Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
From the unfamiliar surroundings, Tracy, stop texting me.
Welcome. We're in Mississauga.
Yep.
Some of you may have caught our last live, which would have been, how many weeks ago? At least a couple months ago was probably the last time we were in this particular.
You had just come back from your trip up north. When was that? Early October?
Oh geez, yeah.
That's when it
First
was.
week of October.
That's when it was. You just came back from that.
Crazy. Lifetime ago.
A long time ago.
One lifetime ago.
Yep.
I'm just going to adjust this lens slightly, but
We're in the lovely setting. We've got the fireplace. I wish we could show the fireplace.
I'd have to completely destroy my setup here, but
I
yes.
know.
Fireplace is on the TV.
Fireplace is on the TV.
Take our word for it.
Cozy Feels.
Cozy Feels channel.
Cozy Feels channel on YouTube. That's our go-to.
Oh, that's a bit better. Okay. This
So,
is good. Special Friday morning live.
Yeah, so we're kind of going to
Double
this
up.
format now of a couple of lives a week, guys. It kind of helps us start the day, and you know
It's nice.
we get a Monday. Well, normally it will be Monday, Thursday, won't we?
Monday, Thursday is going to be
Monday,
the
Thursday.
routine. This is a special Friday.
Yeah.
Friday edition.
The idea we'll get another, probably 2 or 3 videos done today, at least 2.
Yeah. So we're reviewing. We can say this. We will be reviewing the new Strixon Woods today
That's right.
for Monday release.
That's right.
Now, I don't really understand why we're doing Monday release because I've seen everyone else review it in the last week.
Really? In
Oh.
North America?
No. Well, there is no one else in North America that I can think of.
That's the problem.
We basically
yeah.
got the short end of the
Yeah.
stick because we're last, basically.
We are sort of in the same boat, I suppose. Well, sometimes as. Golf WRX and those types
Yeah.
of guys like Scott McLeod at
That's true.
Flagstick
Scott's in
and
Canada too.
those types of guys. We're in similar embargoes.
Good point.
I mean, it'll probably ebb and flow, won't it? There'll be some that we get it before. The
yeah,
UK
it just depends on what
guys
their
and
next
all.
strategy is. But
Yeah.
so that you guys know, we're doing it. We'll film it today, and you will see it Monday. Oh, the embargo probably lifts early in the morning, so you'll see our videos early. Then we'll be doing a bit of live testing,
Yep.
just for a bit of fun on the live stream. And then Thursday, man, next week is busy. Cobra stuff. We're going to review Cobra stuff Monday also, and we'll do a bit of live testing on Thursday next week, which is the 10th.
When's TaylorMade embargo?
They're all in January.
Are they?
Yeah, there's
So
no.
we don't get to hit that till January.
No, it's all January.
Oh, I thought that was December like last year.
No.
I suppose we only got to see. That's what I'm thinking.
So
we
embargo
just
was
saw it.
still, yeah, we were in
Well,
California
we
filming a
couldn't
month
show
early.
it. That's right.
So mid-January you will see TaylorMade, probably Callaway stuff too, but
Yeah.
this coming week will be Strixon and Cobra week basically.
Yeah.
So look forward to that. Lots going on. What else is going on?
What else is going on? Well, being down here, we certainly have the option for some different content. You get your first
Yeah.
view of the Pure machine
I
today.
got to take some photos for Instagram.
Yep.
Putter Studio to
Putter
our
Studio,
right
yeah.
is done. It looks great.
Yeah, looks
the
good.
Pure machine is in the build shop to our left. What else is new that I haven't seen yet? New bending machines are here.
Yeah, our MR3 bending machines, which we're loving. They're fantastic.
I don't think that people have seen the shaft wall finished as much, maybe. So yeah, I'll take a few little Instagram stories.
Little
for people.
snaparoos.
Little brief tour, perhaps.
Okay.
The
The Christmas tree.
Christmas
new.
tree. It looks a little sad at this point.
Sad. Do you know, we bought it the day before we went into lockdown, and I had sent the boys away on the Friday to go and get decorations.
Yes.
So we'd put the TXG bag tags up there.
Oh.
So we had about 45 TXG bag
That would look
tags
great.
that were basically hanging like baubles. So I was like, "Well, go and get some stuff for the top of the tree." We had a head cover on the tree and stuff like that, and we had it all decked out. And then literally as we get shut down, and I was like, "Get that stuff off the tree."
I know.
Christmas is cancelled.
Christmas is cancelled. It's just depressing. I know.
So that's it. So guys, big thanks to everyone who has purchased the TXG hoodies.
Yes, they are wildly popular.
Wildly popular. They're so nice.
They're
They
really
are
nice.
so nice.
I wasn't expecting to see. So it's 2 times more hoodies than T-shirts.
Yeah, I did not expect that. I thought
Apparently, hoodies are more popular than T-shirts. You heard it here first.
It's hoodie season.
It's good to know. Good to know. Yeah, we're excited. It'll be good. It's like a nice summer and fall and spring
Yeah.
hoodie. A lot of you won't have to worry about winter, so you probably won't care
Yeah.
about a thicker one anyway.
There is the thicker option, which we may kind
may
of
do that next
tease.
time.
Now we've got some. We wanted some stocking filler type stuff to go out before Christmas. That was our idea.
Definitely.
We wanted you guys to be able to buy something, a gift for a friend, a gift for a loved one, any of that. Gift for yourself. Love yourself.
Yeah. Well, you should.
Yeah.
Look after yourself also. Why not?
So now though, we will probably start to tease out some different other concepts.
Yes.
Some other items.
I got a few t-shirt and sweater ideas too.
Yeah.
We can get a little crazier with.
That would be.
The initial one I think is going to be nice
awesome.
and simple, obviously featuring the logo there. Just
Yep.
be nice and simple.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to do some ones where if you have like the panel at the front, do like the snowflake pattern, like the little tiny logos all over. There's a lot of stuff we haven't even touched
Definitely.
in their lineup. So more to come. More to come.
Definitely. All right.
Quarter zips and stuff are coming too. So Galvin, the thing with the Galvin stuff is our stuff's coming, and then did you order logo stuff for the site yet, or we're going to finalize that with Tom after, I think?
The logo shirts.
For us, like we're going to have the ones that we're wearing,
Yeah.
and then we're going to order for the website based off that, I think.
We are.
So
we are.
you'll
As soon
see
as-
us wearing the new stuff at some point, guys,
Yeah.
like sweaters like Ian has, but with the new logo and shirts. So once we have those, what we'll probably do is wear them a couple times, and you guys can tell us which ones you want up on the website, and we'll do that as quick as we can.
Ethan's saying, wait, is this a members only live stream? No.
No, Ethan, if it was, then you would be a member, and you would know.
That's a great point.
Or you just stumbled into a private thing, and I don't know what I'm doing. Nope, this is public. Fully public. Friday. Casual. Enjoyable.
Just catching up with some of your
Yeah, you wanted to dive into a few questions?
bandit. Please don't wear
Bandito?
matching gear. Yeah, we're not a fan of the
Oh, we're not going to
matching
wear the
gear.
same thing. No. It's the same company, but believe me, if we're going to have a few of the same items, there'll be a running chat in the morning. Are you wearing this? Yes or no?
Yeah,
No.
exactly. Hats are coming, Brian. Hats are coming, my man.
Yeah. If anyone was wondering about hats, it'll be from Imperial. So go to their website and have a look. If anyone has suggestions, feel free to fire them in. Go look at Imperial's site and tell us what you want. We're probably going to get sort of the unstructured sort of traditional hat, but there's rope hats and all the hats that people like. So let us know what you want. We're getting that organized. It won't be before Christmas, but it'll be organized. Oh, there's my missus.
Mrs. Bloys to be. Good morning.
Hello,
Hope
miss.
you're well.
Miss for now. All right. Our Canadian course is still open, Max is asking. Nope, they're not that. They are closed, Max.
Closed. I mean,
Snow on the ground, snow in the air this morning.
Yeah.
Weather, zero.
Opportunities. Zero. The
Daylight, zero.
enthusiasm to play. Zero. You might see some of the courses a little further south.
Yeah.
Certainly in the like Windsor, Niagara sort of region.
Should also say that Vancouver and Western Canada are a different animal. So
That's very true.
if you were on Vancouver Island or
Yeah.
you're in Vancouver city area,
Lots
you
of
can
golf.
It's kind of like the UK.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit more snow once in a while because there's an enormous mountain range. But I remember when I was there 2 winters ago, I think, to see Rob Holding to help him with his academy, and you could have gone golfing. I don't think you'd want to, but it was like 8 degrees and raining. I mean,
know.
you can go. You can go.
Lots do. Lots
It doesn't
just
sound like
brave
a lot. I think it sounds like if you're quite serious about
Yeah.
it, you do it.
Like as you said, back home, that's
You just do
you
it.
just
right?
have to suck it up and go do it. I mean, it's either that or you don't play.
I think the better than nothing effect
Yeah.
is there because right now it is nothing.
Yeah.
So if there was an option for us, we'd definitely play. But this is okay. We're gonna take this one really quick. We're gonna congratulate Walter. Walter's lost 180 pounds.
Wow.
Congratulations! Holy God! Good for you.
New man.
How will that affect how his clubs play? I would imagine. I mean, that's a serious
Yeah.
body change.
So it's going to affect a lot of stuff when you're
It's amazing.
shifting mass around. Obviously, it's going to affect your timing. Your stability is going to be slightly different. What stabilizes you, all that sort of stuff. It's in a way, and I'm sure you're kind of happy to do it, but it's a way relearning.
Yeah, I guess it would be.
Yeah.
A lot of your feels would be very different.
Absolutely.
Would you recommend? Sorry, I think it was Walter.
Yeah, Walter. Yeah.
Let this settle in. Let him play a bit of golf, and then decide on a fit after that. Maybe don't fit the minute he's finished with his weight loss plan?
What certainly is going to come first will be sort of some work in the swing.
It would be.
Yeah.
Get your delivery.
You're going to get that back and on track and get where you feel really comfortable, Walter. That's going to be the first port of call, and then I would certainly get into the clubs after that.
Yeah. It'd be amazing. I mean, you lose that much weight, amount of practice you could start doing that you wouldn't be able to do before. Even going for a fitting, like the hour fitting, you'd feel totally different at the end. That's great.
Very cool.
Walter, good for you. Just quickly here from Adam's asking, are there still white and black towels coming? Adam, yes. They'll be here any day.
Love it.
They might be waiting for us in Toronto on Monday, so you guys will be the first to know. I promise you. To you, if you got one.
Who was asking me? Someone was asking us where is the Christmas tree?
It's right there.
Right in here. Unfortunately, we can't flip the camera because we've got our whole rig set up here.
I got it the way I like. I don't want to move it.
No.
I could move it. I won't.
David's asking, how do the new hoodies fit? Do they run small? No.
Not overly small. No.
So they're made by Levelwear, David.
Levelwear.
If you look at any of the guys who wear Levelwear, Adam Hadwin is a Levelwear. Corey Connors, I believe, is Levelwear.
I would say it's athletic, but not super modern. It's certainly not a European
It's not
fit.
Euro. It's not slim fit by any means.
No. Regular. Very regular.
Very regular, yeah. But not Peter Millar. Not generous.
I agree. It's so... I should call it Canadian fit. I mean, generic American sizing, if you're used to like Fairway and Green, those shirts are a bit bigger. Levelwear is probably a touch smaller, but I certainly wouldn't go crazy. Order your usual size, as far as I could tell.
Joshua is asking, do we tip the Tour AD, Graphite Design Tour AD shafts? It says on their website not to.
Oh, really?
That's nothing to do with the fact that you can't. There's a kind of signature to a Graphite Design Tour AD feel. Smooth, softer, that type of stuff. I think it's catering towards that.
You don't want to wreck it kind of thing?
Yeah, more... that's the way they want you to experience it.
Oh, they want you to feel...
They want you to experience that. They know they use the best materials in the game from Toray.
Okay. So the feel, I'm with you. Yeah. Because it's really... Actually, I want to ask you something. Don't let me forget about that Toray thing. That is really interesting, though. Because if you change the feel, then if you make it feel like another shaft, you start to wonder why you're paying the $500. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, definitely. And then people will certainly, always say... how did that graphite design feel? Oh, it was really smooth.
Yeah,
really,
you need to have that memory to differentiate.
Yeah, so it's not that you can't, Joshua, and we do every single one, unless advised by the fitter, every single one we will tip. So you definitely can.
Gotcha. What I wanted to mention is in the Hazardous RDX video, we talked about the hex cell carbon fiber.
Yeah.
Several commenters, some of which sound like they're engineers.
They knew of the material.
Somebody said that Boeing uses that type of carbon fiber on some of their aircraft manufacturing. Yeah. So what I thought was really cool about that, because I think what's needed for shaft companies is stuff like that. And I'm only sort of complimenting Project X because it's the one that's been mentioned. Like Fuji is doing this in Velcor, and I know there's other companies doing it in Toray with graphite design. But the hex cell thing, when they said that Boeing's using it, I could forget that I know anything about golf, and I would go, I'm with you now.
Right.
Because I get it. There's a real application. It doesn't, I think you can convince people that it's not smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
Because they understand that something like a plane needs to be extremely strong, can't be heavy, needs to be light, has to be durable, blah, blah, blah. So if the same type of quality carbon fiber goes into that as would go into the shaft, now I think people look at that and go, okay, I get it. It's worth the extra $300 or $200 to get the real, whatever they end up calling it, handcrafted version or something like that. Just really cool to see something from, I guess, the rest of industrial design that leaks in. Well, you've probably seen that numerous times with materials, right?
Definitely. That's gonna, we see that a lot, the aerospace industry driving shaft technology and materials and things like that. They call them flags. So a layer is effectively a flag, and sort of, if you change up a certain area to try and influence it to be stiffer in the tip or stiffer in the butt section or whatever. So you may have your sort of unidirectional layering, which
Okay.
which is what they use to provide structural stability.
Right.
So they don't just layer every one sort of grain on grain. So they will at 45-degree angles.
Oh, okay. So that as
they'll
it
often do
moves, it
that.
has more strength.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty amazing. Yeah. No, I was looking it up. I certainly didn't excel in science in school or anything like that. Believe me, like I avoided it like the plague. But when it comes to something like this, I don't know. There's something relatable and practical about this technology. And I'm not saying that the shaft is the best shaft in the world. I don't know that, but it's just I like the practicality of it. It makes sense to me.
It is interesting that you say that you didn't excel in that.
I limped through it. I promise you.
I would have been probably. I was never that I was the worst student in the class from a capability standpoint, but from an application standpoint, I was always the worst.
I'm with you.
I just didn't care.
No, I could only care about things that really interested me.
100%. I had
don't
no
think
interest.
you should even apologize for that. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
You're supposed to fake it in 7 of your classes and enjoy one. I mean,
That was exactly the way I felt about the whole thing.
Absolutely.
Um,
All part of the journey, though, isn't it?
It is. I'm looking down here, guys. We've got resin golf balls.
Oh yeah.
The sort of old Nike technology we just had dropped off.
There's one there.
So the HS Tour, I believe that's the black. That is the platinum.
Is that an M?
MS.
MS Tour.
Yeah, HSMS.
And a lovely rouge. So
what's your high spin, I guess, and high speed, I would maybe.
maximize distance, and this is soft. So yeah, this has probably got more softness to the cover. So correct me if I'm wrong. A company is either leasing or purchased the patents from Nike.
Yep.
What's the company?
Um,
It's just someone bought it.
Good question. It must be on here somewhere.
Someone
Not
said
sure
it.
who
So it
these
says
guys
made
are.
in Vietnam. I think someone said that it's a Taiwanese company. If I'm getting that wrong, forgive me. But
Vung To
Enterprises.
Orient.
Anyway, I think it was something like that, but it's pretty cool. So those resin balls, at the time with Nike, they had some good ones. Is that fair to say? They had some good balls. Not every year. I know at certain times, like the One series was good and bad at times, but the resin, obviously there's some merit to the patents if somebody felt the need to purchase or lease the patent from them.
It divided the crowd. That I think the Nike ball.
Did it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The black one was a rock, which is what that one is.
And then the platinum one was a spin monster.
It was a spin monster. So I'm really interested about that MS, that max spin.
I mean, the core technology's come a hell of a long way since Nike stopped making golf balls.
Yeah.
I'm sure that. So what's the resin part of it? Is that mostly the cover, or is that more
Core.
this? Or the core,
That's this part.
that sort of mantle layer.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, they're here.
They're here.
They're here. The ball looks like a ball. The logo work isn't the best, if I'm honest, but
Yeah.
it looks like a good ball.
The logo is interesting.
They need to work on their branding.
yeah.
Resin, if you're watching, you need to work on that. But we'll test them. Hopefully they're good.
We
I hope
will.
they're
We
good.
will. Cut it open, Ian saying we've not got our old.
Yes, but we'll do it in Toronto on
We'll
Monday.
do it. Yeah, we'll take them up.
In
Cut them in half.
For your pleasure. For your viewing pleasure.
Jace, I've seen your question a couple times. Miyazaki shaft thoughts. Fantastic shafts.
we'll be doing
Really,
some
really
testing,
good.
won't we?
I just had a batch of prototypes sent to me for a new lineup of Miyazaki shafts. So they make great product. They have a great thing called the International Flex Code on there, which is a 4-digit number, which allows anyone in layman's terms to understand the way the shaft flex is broken down. So, you may have like a 1, 2, 3, 4. Very soft butt section, progressively getting stiffer as it moves down to the tip. You may have a 1, 2, 3, 4 the other way from the soft tip into the really stiff. But
I think it's very smart.
something that people can kind of understand, and they do it for every shaft. So people can they'll take a graphite design, they'll take a VA, they'll take a Fujikura.
Oh, so they'll
measure
the
everyone.
standard.
Yeah.
Very
So
interesting.
then you can go, okay, well, you like Ventus Black, let's get you into this one. That's the closest.
Oh, it's great that company as Miyazaki is doing that.
Yeah.
I said to you, the International Flex Code. Hopefully, eventually, the industry will adopt it as a whole.
Yeah.
If Fuji, Mitsubishi, and Graphite Design did it, is that enough? 2 or 3 of these monster companies do it. The rest will follow, I would assume. And the thing is,
definitely.
I think 10 years ago, I think it was even more necessary than it is now because people knew relatively nothing.
Yeah.
At least now there's some platforms for people to understand shafts, and better fitting centers like here and other places are available.
Yeah.
But it would still be good if people that can't go to those could know what the hell's going on when they pick something up off the shelf, because people are still buying off the shelf. It does happen.
Too often.
Yeah,
Too often.
Too often.
Alex, you still in love with your TC 201s? I really am. I
think you'll be playing those next year.
What? No, definitely. Yeah,
I think
definitely.
you'll play those next year.
I can't see something coming out that can move me from those.
Unless Miura makes new irons.
I know.
Then you'll look at them.
And even then, I would go, what could they do to it? What could
it would
they
have
offer?
to be. It would have to be. Here's my opinion. If a new TC 201 came out, which is probably not due for at least another year or so,
Miura will probably go in
they do whatever the hell
maybe
they want.
5-year cycles.
So then it's a totally different conversation. Yeah, you're right. That's good. It's good to know, because then as someone who buys Miura, you can say, you know what? The only thing I would really want is the new version, and it's 5 years away.
That's exactly.
So you will be good for a while. You will be.
Anyone who's buying the clubs at that upper price point, do not want to see them changing annually.
No, and then the good news about that is that if you would normally buy, I know this is not relatable for everybody. Let's say someone normally buys new irons every 3 years, which is not uncommon if they use a lot of their disposable income. You could spend twice as much on the Miura irons, keep them for 5 or 6 years, and you actually end up spending the same amount of money. So it's interesting. It's good that they do that, though. Oh, look at Mikey. Nice logo, Mikey.
Morning, Michael.
That looks smashing. I will recommend that you shrink that avatar a bit. Just a little more white space around there.
There you go.
I'll look after it for you. We should I want to do this. I want to make everyone's profile image, the whole team's, if everyone has different accounts or whatever, a nice badge for everyone that includes the logo and maybe like a small little initial or something cool that's personalized but also standardized, so it looks very team oriented.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool.
We'll work on that.
I was thinking that in terms of when I saw how crazy things went with the hoodies and the t-shirts.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so how do we have some fun with this? Like, there's got to be, there's got to be a Dirty Dog one. There's got to be.
I would love to make one of those.
There has to be or maybe not a t-shirt. Maybe there's a Dirty Dog t-shirt.
You guys tell us. I think if it's going to be, if we make, my opinion is this: we make some fun t-shirts. Let's make them affordable, still quality shirt.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be like $50 though.
No.
Make it affordable shirt, and we do it specifically in t-shirts, because I agree with you. A fun t-shirt's one thing. I don't see you buying like a series of novelty hoodies. I could be wrong. You guys tell me.
Yeah.
The t-shirt thing would be fun. Pick
it would be good.
4 or 5 funny ones that we like. We've been talking about that for a while. Originally I said let's do it for the membership.
Yeah.
But I think the membership is so big now, and also there's tons of people that just know the inside jokes anyway.
Yeah.
I think we could do a bunch of those. I'd love to. Levelware's been great to deal with, so
They have.
I think we'll just do a little run with them, and we'll probably run a little poll. The membership can decide which ones we end up making.
I know.
We'll put a poll out there for you guys, and you can tell us.
Yeah, there's got to be some really cool sort of novelty ones of certain things that we kind of both have said too many times.
There's a lot of them. There's at least a few each.
Welcome back to the channel. It's got to be a wee clap one just to start us off.
One of these. Yeah, that's probably the first. That's the first one.
Feather in. We feathered it.
Feather it in. Yeah, that would be a good one too. Well, we have the emoji for that.
We do.
All right. Let's take some technical questions.
Go for it.
Half an hour in. Do you guys have any experience with the Valix shafts? You do.
Yeah, we do.
They used to be on the wall.
A Rome 888. I play a Rome 888 in one of my Jet Speed Tour fairway woods.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
The old Jet Speed.
Yeah, it looks better than a Hulk Super Stout. I didn't find it to be super stout. I actually found it to feel pretty smooth. It didn't have any kind of harshness or real kind of brittle kind of no movement. It felt nice to me.
Good.
Yeah, I didn't have.
I remember
didn't have
trying
an issue
one
with
Valix
it.
shaft in a fairway wood the first couple times I came in to the shop. I remember something in that.
Yeah, I think you would have probably played
Blue one?
a Rome.
Yeah, it was blue.
With the blue finish.
We did a video on that for sure. How do you become a member, Ignacio's asking? There will either be a join button right below the screen, below my hand roughly, or go to our channel homepage. You may need to
I can see it right here.
Yeah,
So
you may need to be on a laptop. It doesn't always come up on the phone, but
true.
at times. That is how it works.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Hexel is made in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. I hope that's what I'm... Very cool. Boeing, NASA, tons of military government contractors. Very cool. And they make it in the States.
I like
there you
it.
go. Very cool. Yeah, there's a USA edition, like American flag edition of that RDX Blue. I think the hazardous words, people can Google this, but hazardous words have like the American flag in it. That's probably why.
So just on the shirt, so I'm laughing at people's suggestions.
Go for it.
Have I died?
Have I died should be a shirt.
Have I died?
Have
Bobby
I died,
son.
son?
For those of you who watch Still Game, you'll understand what that reference is.
Have I died?
Have I died, Bobby son?
That's a must, as long as we don't get sued by the production of Still Game.
They're gone. They're
okay?
off the air.
They won't mind. I'll put your face on it.
I know.
As long as it's your face. You
Um,
can't patent the words "have I died." I don't think.
yeah.
All right, I will grab. You stay with the current chatter. I'll grab some questions.
Quick one. David's asking, do you recommend graphite over steel shafts for 2 to 3 irons? Generally, we do, don't
Yeah, we would, wouldn't we?
Yeah, generally we do. More options. The roll tends to be slightly different. It tends to be more of a off the tee and sort of longer second shots. So I would say graphite would aid you more than steel.
Agree. Absolutely. A million times being asked about Ping G 425. You said February?
So people will be able to have it in hand in February.
Okay. I don't know
Embargoes and things like that are early Jan.
Okay. So it'll be part of the January bonanza that you guys will see.
Yeah, it will. We will probably have fitting components for clients who are coming in here. We'll probably have fitting components in hand by mid-January at the latest.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good. Lovely.
Yeah.
Post-Christmas rush. Hopefully we'll be open as well. I really wish I brought the slicer for the golf balls, for all the golf ball slicing requests.
Sean's saying too funny. His wife just walked by and said, "Are they in the new location?"
Stop it.
That's too funny.
Your wife's very observant.
Clearly, we're on your TV too often, Sean. Too often.
Or just often enough.
Just the right amount.
It depends on who you ask. As far as I'm concerned, it's just often enough. Okay. Okay, there's a lot. I made a mistake and didn't put slow mode on. Guys, do me a favor. The number of repeat questions is borderline insane.
Hang fire on.
It's my fault for not. You know what? I'm gonna put it on now because it's a nightmare.
Yeah, give us a
I
little.
actually can't get through anything.
Time.
Go for it. Well.
VL, do utility irons have such high efficiency, often higher than drivers, because of CG location? If you're finding that your utility has a higher efficiency than your driver, the issue is with your driver.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe what's happening, and if we had 4 dots on your golf club and we were measuring on quad, your delivery maybe produce more energy because it's more suited to the way you hit an iron with a downward blow, a lot of forward shaft lean, and you can take that 18, 19 degree club and turn it down to 12 degrees of delivered loft. Then when you take the driver, you may still have that same downward blow and be retaining more loft, so you're actually your applied loft is higher than the driving iron, just based on how you swing it. So that's where the leakage probably lies. An iron should never produce as much or more energy than a driver.
No, you would only just look, if it catches up, you're kind of like, oh, nice, but it shouldn't be doing that. Agreed. Okay, I'm trying to put the slow mode on. I really hope this works.
Okay. Yep, Chip is unfortunately. When are you guys going to review the ZX drivers, fairways, hybrids?
Today.
There you go.
Videos Monday. Chip?
Yep, Chip.
Oh boy. Mr. Chip, you'll see them
Do you know
Monday.
me? It's my Chip and I Yip a Chip.
Is that my
I
username?
like to Yip a Chip.
From initials BM. Hopefully that stands for Brian McDonald or something, not something else. I've been impressed with MaxFly Tour golf balls. So were we.
So are we.
We thought they were fantastic.
Yeah, they were good.
Available at Dick's Sporting Goods. Canadian retailer, don't know. European retailer, don't know.
Tom Wright, best things to do to increase club head speed. Tom, lots of different things, my man. The reality is, do you want a little kind of swing key? Do you want something that's going to really genuinely stay and disrupt your your sort of speed system, if you like. So your ability to create speed within your system. I've been doing a lot of reading on the technical background and overspeed training and how that's sort of applied. We got access to a lot of their sort of modules and stuff like that are based on the science of overspeed training, how it affects the central nervous system and things like that. So it depends what you want. I mean, can we say things like, lifting the left heel a little bit in the backswing and kind of putting pressure into the lead side before you start your downswing? Can that add pressure? Of course it can. It's worth a little tiny amount. But I think if we're talking about long-term gains, you're going to see it in something like super speed.
Yeah, agree. Lots of interesting stuff with super speed, and I think speed training in general. It's a hot trend, isn't it?
Very hot.
Hot trend.
Very hot.
Okay. I think I've gotten over the repeat section.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting question right here. Best Miura head for someone who was fitted for P790s, 14 handicap. So obviously loves the look of Miuras in general or wants to tap into that feel, but the P790 is the type of club that suits the rabid cheetah.
Yeah. It's just that's an entirely different animal.
Isn't it?
It's a different
What is their techiest iron? Miura?
I mean,
Does it exist?
some places might still have the Genesis iron, the 9.
Was that ever in the shop?
5. We had it at one point. I don't think it's part of their line anymore.
Gotcha.
I don't see it anywhere. And it also wasn't. It wasn't, in my opinion, it wasn't why you buy a Miura. It wasn't traditional Miura. It didn't have the signature feel.
Kind of becomes pointless.
I didn't love it.
Yeah. You may want to just get the P790s, to be honest, or the Honma TWX if you want something
Honma TWX, that's a great shout.
You might as well, right? If you want a Japanese
really good iron.
Yeah. New ones coming for that?
Yeah, we actually just got them.
I got to see those.
Yeah, they are really nice.
Tasty, yeah. Lovely.
They're really nice. Does a graphite wedge shaft affect chipping and greenside play, Samuel? And from a deflection standpoint, you're not really moving it significantly enough. Now, it's moving. I mean, if we think a putter shaft has influence on deflection, you better believe a wedge shaft when you're chipping has, because there's more speed, there's more force, more movement, etc., etc. But the reality is, it's probably you that's going to be influenced by that. Maybe your timing isn't quite as good because it's a bit lighter. You maybe feel the deflection, so you start moving the handle a little bit more. That's something we've seen on things like gears and ends over the years, is that when people tend to feel additional deflection, they actually tend to pull the handle a little bit forward because they don't want the head working too much upwards in lead deflection. So you tend to subconsciously adjust.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sticking one here. Parmley is still rocking a 10-year-old Titleist driver with a UST Active Core 2 Red. I had one of those in a 3-wood, the Active Core. Do you think that technology has really come on enough to offer a significant improvement? 10 years ago, 2010, Titleist released what driver? That's
910.
Is that 910? It would be.
Yeah.
So 910 was a pretty good driver for Titleist?
It was good if you were the low spin guy. So if you were the player who kind of like, we've talked about this a bunch, the player who hits it just knuckleballs.
Yeah, can't keep the ball in the air, basically.
Yeah, really struggles. Good driver for those players. For the rest, you had to go lower in loft in order to offset the spin and slightly lower ball speeds.
Hit up on
you could wrestle it back a little bit, but it required a little bit of fitting.
So needless to say, a TSI fitting would at least be worth doing, or a demo session?
100%.
Yeah. I would be surprised if you got nothing out of it.
I know.
At this point, they've come a long way, especially with their current line. I think it is
Had
hot.
some nice messages from the hierarchy at Titleist this week about your driver.
Nice.
How nicely you're hitting it and how happy they are to see it in the bag.
Appreciate that. Yeah, no, it's just a good driver.
Great driver.
There's some funny messages, people saying like, how are you like picking that driver now? You haven't tested Callaway and TaylorMade's new one. And I responded, I'm not even playing golf. Like, it doesn't really matter. I'm just, it's the driver that we use for benchmarking for the time being.
Yeah.
And if I were to travel before next year, then yeah, I would definitely play that driver. But we do. We have 4 or 5, 6 more new drivers to test. We've got a bracket to do, so it is a great driver. I'm looking forward to it being kind of the baseline, and it's a compliment to the club. And hopefully get to hit it outside soon enough.
Little chance here while we're on, and I don't know what our engagement is like this morning.
Hi.
Okay, I love it. So we're going to be hiring I'll tell you about. I'll be hiring personally a digital media assistant for in-house here at TXG on a full-time basis.
Yep.
Someone who's literally just fly on the wall, comes with you and I when we go to Bandon, when we go to Cabot, when we go to the Carlsbad.
Yep.
It's very difficult for us to document our trip.
Documenting yourself is harder than it seems.
It's a lot harder.
Because it's not just the capability. Like I have everything. I know how to do it.
Yep.
It's the constant attention
Yep.
to live the way you normally do, be yourself, say something interesting, but also think about filming it. So it would make a big difference to have someone else take care of that, and you just do what you want to do. Because then, as you said, when we take trips and do interesting stuff, you guys can be along for the actual experience of it a bit more.
And that's what we really want to try and
love
get.
To do that.
I always tell people, like, what we film and what we capture for you guys is obviously it's good, and it's kind of, you guys have seen it, you know what you think of it.
Mm-hmm.
The better stuff comes more authentically
between clips and stuff. Yeah, we only film about 20% of what goes on.
Half the time I catch myself having conversations, whether it's with our staff, whether it's with customers, whatever, and I go, I wish we got that.
Yeah.
There's a real
for something
piece of value and information in there that people need to hear. And
agree.
It's not always easy depending on the products we're reviewing and things like that. So guys, if you are interested, if you know someone who's interested, I'm looking for somebody who is super, super talented, from a sort of editing, video skill standpoint. Looking for somebody who's really really willing to kind of come and work with Matt and I and do some great work.
Full-time thing.
Yeah, definitely. Ton of fun.
I hope it would be, yeah.
But it's hard work. It's hard work.
There's
no doubt about it.
We definitely work hard.
When we go to the PGA show and those sort of things, there are 15, 16-hour days most days, and that sort of stuff. It's
definitely.
It's good.
But it's a fun adventure, that's for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. Absolutely. That'll be something you guys hear more about, but good to get that started as a conversation. You'll hear more discussion about
definitely.
That as we come out of lockdown.
Another little concept we've been discussing, the live head-to-heads.
Yes, that's right. Yes. Yeah, I do really want to get that going.
That will be, I think that honestly might become like one of our most popular features on the channel. So guys, when we've been doing some of these Q&As and we get a new product through the door, and you guys have been asking us, can you test it against this? Can you test it against that?
Yep.
So we were thinking that it might be a good idea once a week to do a live head-to-head. So the head-to-head is whatever you guys want. So we will pick maybe 4 head-to-heads.
Yeah, per segment.
Per segment. Agreed. So, whatever it is, we may do a poll, we may do something else.
That's a great question.
And you guys can basically go, okay, I want to see T100 versus TR20V, whatever it may be. Yes. I want to see with this shaft, and I want you to deliver the club and the speed and stuff like that. Even throw a golf ball in there. Get as specific as you want, and we can do a head-to-head, and that way you guys can really start to see the numbers and how that looks.
We should I like that idea. We make it into a little poll with a few criteria. It's like, what type of club, driver, which 2 drivers, these ones, who's the one, like what kind of delivery do you want, this one, what shaft is in there, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
great idea.
Exactly.
Head-to-head lives. Make a note of that before I forget.
David, any issues or concerns with indoor driver fitting on TrackMan? Yeah, lots. It's very dependent on if you're getting good spin readings, David. I said to somebody who answered this question to the other day, a friend of mine, and I said to him, I still believe a really good fitter will override the limitations of the TrackMan indoors. Yeah. I really believe that. I believe a really good fitter still understands, because most of them are using Dr. Scholl's spray because impact, I know it has its impact reading, but I've heard some different things about that. But I do believe you can still get a good fit.
Yeah, absolutely right. If the person understands all the things that you've mentioned about TrackMan, every machine has limitations.
Every machine has limitations. That's a very good point. And not one of them is perfect.
These have limitations, but indoors maybe less so and maybe different. But you're right. I think if you couldn't get a good fit on TrackMan, then there's no way that all these places would be in business. Yeah. I do agree it requires the expertise, but it can't be impossible.
Yeah. Look out for, in the spin rate box, the font of the spin to be the same as all the other numbers. If you see italicized, it used to come up in yellow. So all the numbers would be in white, and then if it was an estimated spin, it would come up in yellow. And then they changed that to just being italicized. So now it's a little harder to spot for some people. So make sure if you do go somewhere where it's TrackMan, a club champion, for example, you're looking out for those sorts of things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Let's keep going. Any thoughts on the new Wilson CB irons? We have not gotten them yet. Dude Food, or anyone else that may want to know. They have new Ford CBs. I think Rick Shields has tested them.
That's right.
I think Rick might be using them, if I saw the thumbnail correctly. So we will need to shoot our pals at Wilson a message. They at one point last year were kind of sending us stuff as it got released, but they did not do it this time. We take no responsibility.
Some funny comments here on the video position. DB George, Matt getting fired? No, Matt.
No.
Matt was promoted in the first 5 minutes of us meeting each other.
That's so true. That's so true.
Matt spent 5 minutes behind the camera, and then within 5 minutes was the other side of the
almost
camera.
had it.
No, so that was something. I mean, probably what we're talking about is what the original plan was, but it just was never any good. I just don't. I mean, the way we do it is the secret sauce is in the way we do it. It's you and I, and it's the chemistry and the banter and about things, and that's where the good stuff comes out. Our channel would have sucked if it was
You would have
just
been
me
you would have
stuck
been
in a
okay.
camera.
You wouldn't have sucked. It just wouldn't be the same. I agree.
Do you know, and honestly, I would have probably jacked it in.
Well, I don't think you would have enjoyed it. And the funny thing is, like, I didn't know you very well. This is like the first week I came in to film, and I knew you were very good at speaking, but I could tell as soon as I put a situation together where you were literally just staring at the camera and talking, I kind of looked at you and went like, I know you can do this, but I know you're not enjoying it.
No.
And what is the point? Like, at that point, what is the point?
No.
Because you cannot tell me that you could have done 800 videos without enjoying it. There's just no way. It's not fair to anyone. And I know there's people that can do it. I think tons of instructors and guys on YouTube, they can just turn the camera on and they do enjoy it.
Yeah.
I certainly wouldn't be. Mikey, come in. I wouldn't enjoy it. That's for damn sure. There's Mikey. Morning. We're live, Mikey. We're live.
It would have been no good, so.
No, but it's good. I think things worked out. There he is, Mikey. Things worked out the way they were intended to, obviously. Yeah. So the discussion is really about expanding our team, really, and making. I think it just allows. It's kind of like what you said. The conversation and the natural occurrence is the essence of it.
Yeah.
The more that we have assistance, the more it frees us up to just do it. The more I don't think about whether the camera's running, the more we can just talk. The more I don't worry about how many questions are coming in, stuff like that. So
100%.
That's what we're moving towards, guys. Yeah. If you're wondering kind of what these discussions are about, that's what it's like.
More freedom, more opportunity. At times it's just. Some of you will understand this, but most of you might not. The difficulty that Matt has in hitting in the videos, setting up the videos, then he is the hard bit of having to take the thing home, edit it, produce it, get it out there, monitor it, and the whole gig that goes around that. And it used to be 2 or 3 videos a week, and it was probably, you know, pretty manageable amongst the other
kind of where we started,
responsibilities. But it's become this thing that it is now, where we're doing 2 lives, we're doing 5, 6 other videos.
It's true.
You know, we're banking videos, we're trying to bank videos for the Christmas period, where we, you know, we're not going to be kind of, you know, filming ads
we'll
off
take
and
a
all
week
that
off
sort of
and
stuff.
everything,
So, you know, all those sorts of things. It's to try and lighten the load a little bit, while trying to kind of keep you this side of the camera, not always worrying about that other side of the camera, especially when we're on these trips, because
True, the other side is part of it.
Your sort of role now is you know, co-presenter. It's you know, a big part of it is about you and your game and the evolution of your game and that sort of thing. So we got to kind of give you that freedom to fully enjoy when we go on these trips.
Absolutely.
And not look at them like, okay, so I've got to think of this. That's someone else's worry.
And I love pieces of all of it. It's not even just like, I don't go home and go, like, it's not like I don't like editing. I do. Like, I love seeing it come together.
Yeah.
But I would love to focus on what I'm best at, what I enjoy the most.
Yeah.
And then we can start, and this is true of you also, we start to delegate pieces that we can oversee, but maybe we don't have to do ourselves perfectly. And as you said, that just kind of creates the whole thing where it just gets better every time.
Yeah.
Frees us up.
The encore stuff. I mean, we got a little sample of it when we were with Luke and
with the
Paddy over the summer,
enjoyable.
which was great, wasn't it?
A good learning experience. We learned even with 2 people, it's still a difficult
still
exercise.
Difficult.
So
Still
we're learning what logistically will make that easier.
Yeah.
Anyone that films just themselves without help on the course is a hero. I will say that.
We bow down.
I don't know how you
We
guys do
bow
it.
down.
I couldn't do it. Could not do it.
Bandit is just on point this morning.
Is he moderating?
Will there be a Christmas TXG show?
Oh, Christmas Day.
Christmas Day. We talked about it,
Wow.
remember?
We could.
Remember we talked about like filming the best of.
Oh,
Remember?
sorry. We'll release an episode.
Yeah, we'll release it that day.
Yes, we will do that.
Yeah.
We have to come up with a funny name still. There'll be a Christmas episode, so Christmas Day in the morning. You can
I've already got the name.
Okay, perfect. Don't tell anyone. I want to be surprised also. So you can open your gifts. You can have your morning tea, your breakfast, special breakfast. Yeah, show me.
I'm good.
I won't say anything.
This is too good.
And then we'll probably release this TXG Christmas special, I don't know, late morning Eastern Standard Time. So we won't be live, but we will be pre-filmed live. We'll be live to you.
So since it's the best of the year,
Okay.
they are either good ones, bad ones.
Yes. The only problem is that this has a bit of a connotation in North America.
Oh, does it?
Unfortunately.
As
I
in-
wouldn't be offended.
As in a mental state, that type of thing. No,
it's
something else.
Something that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not that bad.
That's
Again,
too
it's something
funny.
that is a slightly insensitive term that is used for white people. So we're not exactly
Is that right,
the most
really?
sensitive group. Oh yeah.
That's too funny.
It's the Christmas cracker. It doesn't mean anything. The world is so politically correct now. The fact that I even have to say that is ridiculous, but it is true. You'll come up with something else.
I'll come up with something.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I like it. I like it, but we have to be overly sensitive. Always. It's ridiculous.
Andrew Keane saying, I thought Ian was going to make you film live on Christmas.
No.
That Grinch.
No.
What is it? We were the Christmas Carol. He tries to do it, doesn't he? Old Ebenezer Scrooge.
That's right.
Tries
Yes.
to get old Bob Cratchit to work.
Poor Bob. No,
Oh,
we will
poor
not be
Bob.
Bob Cratchit.
No, we
Although
will
Christmas
not.
this year is, as I've said to people, Christmas this year is just going to be some nice time off. No one's going to be up to too much, but you should still enjoy it and relax.
So this is a common question that we get. Craig is asking, how
really?
come Matt's bio isn't on your webpage?
I should add it. I will add it.
You will.
I will.
But the main reason is because, and most people think this is the case, most people think you work here as a club fitter.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Most people think that you're an option when
true.
it comes to be.
There have been
Can I
people
get a
that
fit by
have
Matt? I really like his swing.
You might not want it. Yes, I will put my bio on. It won't be for fitting. But yeah, I think 2020 will. We have a lot of stuff to work on over the winter, but we'll definitely be talking about my role and how it is. It's always evolving, and I'm always open to how it's been evolving. So we'll discuss that over Christmas and over the New Year, and
definitely
we'll solidify.
So many things have changed. Even just
Quite
thinking
amazing,
of like the conversations you and I had at the end of 2019 about 2020.
Very true.
Things we would try and do and this and that, and
Yep.
seeing that we're now sitting here, in the sort of evaluation stage again and going, okay, how did it go?
It's true.
It went well. You and I can look at the analytics, which we've done recently, looking at the spikes throughout the season. And
We learned a lot.
we did learn an awful lot.
We did. In some ways, I think we did far better than we expected. I think we had goals that we didn't reach, but they weren't related to like our output. They weren't related to the performance of videos. They weren't related to like growth and popularity and stuff that I think the most rewarding stuff we've done very well with, like the amount of feedback we're getting that people are enjoying it. The only things maybe we didn't do, we probably didn't travel as much as we said we would. No one's fault. Like you had a baby,
We couldn't.
and I had many work-related things that kept me. We traveled a fair amount, but I think our vision, some of the higher end goals, I do think that we'll get there in 2021. Like some of the trips we want to take, some of the content we want to make. I think we did a great job this year of pushing it, but given the circumstances, how far could you push? The world's been a mess since February. It's been a complete mess.
I think there's a lot of kind of pent up energy to travel and
so much.
go and do the things that we missed out on this year. The trips to England to Bearwood Lakes.
That's right,
with Mizuno and the trips to Carlsbad. We were supposed to go on that kind of whole, go through that trip where we'd go to England, fly out to the west coast of California, come back to here in the summertime and do all that sort of stuff. And obviously it was all cancelled. So I'm sure it'll be back on the agenda. And
100%.
We want to do it, and the company still want to do it with us. So
I'm excited. I'm very excited for next year.
Yeah,
very excited.
I'm definitely be great.
I'm definitely personally working at further freeing up my time to be here. So I think I probably, if I had to guess, 2 years ago, maybe I was like half my time. Last year, probably 75%. And then next year, I can see it edging up closer to 100, which is good. It's not a complaint. It's just
that's the best thing I think for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah,
certainly
it really
for us. And
it will be the natural progression for me, and it not a complaint at all. It's been great.
It has been fantastic.
Fantastic.
That's something I was thinking of there. It'll come back to me.
No worries. Go quick question here. Bob's asking, in the Chicago area, as they are quite blessed for good outfits.
Great fitters in Chicago, yeah.
Cool Clubs, Club Champion, Golf Tech, Truespec. How do you choose? Look for the individual fitter. Is that where you go with that? Like referral to one fitter that who cares where they work, but they have a good reputation?
Yeah.
The best way to go for it?
I mean, I look at obviously the fitter, the options that you'll have to try, the technology they have at their disposal, the reputation that they have. So you've got Truespec, our quad users, Club Champion, Cool Clubs are both TrackMan users.
So Truespec is only TrackMan in their indoor-outdoor ones, like the ones that are like Nona, I know, but they're outdoors anyway.
They're outdoors.
Gotcha.
Yep. That one actually closed. Did I tell you that?
Did it really?
Yeah, it closed.
At the back of the range.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Not sure. The deal was maybe just up and
such a nice little
I know.
spot.
I thought it was incredible what they built inside. Did you ever get to see inside the workshop and stuff at the back? Oh.
No, we just kind of remember we were
unbelievable.
Well, we played that day.
That's right. We went back with Charlie and we done the Cobra video.
That's right. Yeah. So I remember thinking it was just a great setup, but who knows? Who knows the ins and outs of why it didn't work out? But
no. So yeah, their outdoor locations are all TrackMan. So I think their philosophy is outdoor TrackMan, indoor quad.
Yeah, which makes sense. Warmer climates. Why not?
It does. I think it definitely does. I mean, and probably they started out that way because Truespec started out as basically a mobile operation. So they started out with the mobile little
cars.
trucks and stuff like that, and then they became more fixed. So as they became fixed, if you're outdoors, like Andy's place in Miami, down at Doral, they have TrackMan. But if you're in Scottsdale, of all places, and it's a sunny place, but it is indoor, their location there, it's quad that they use in there.
Because it's 4,000 degrees half the year.
That's right.
Makes
so I think our philosophy would be different. Our philosophy would be quad indoor, quad outdoor. I wouldn't use TrackMan outdoor.
Okay.
I like the continuity within the brand, within the company.
Yeah.
If you come and see me in the summer, if you come and see me in the winter, we're speaking the same language.
I agree.
Quad and Trackman would need to be tighter on their measurements, and they'd need to be much, much more similar for me to ever think about using both.
Because you have the database, like when someone leaves here, they go log into their FSX
And
account.
that's
I
part
know
of the
TrackMan
experience.
has the same thing, but you're right. If you had to discern between them, oh, Mr. Jones, like your TrackMan report in the summer is this, and then the winter is different.
Yeah. And we look at the PGA Tour right now. I mean, I think it speaks for itself. The adoption rate that Quad has outdoor with
amazing.
the best players in the world. It's happening. I mean, the movement is fully happening.
Yep.
So it's great to see.
Absolutely. No, they've been doing great. Hopefully, I would just like to see Foresight work on that downrange radar technology that they teased it. I remember one year at the they were testing it at that outdoor range. Remember that? They had like those downrange cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's still ways away, but
Dave Fogel is saying that he doesn't like GC Hawk. It missed a bunch of his shots at the PGA Superstore. Dave, that has actually probably more to do with kind of setup and things like that of the Hawk. We use Hawks in here, but we'll be showing it off today.
Yeah, it's been good.
Absolutely love the thing.
I think once it was configured correctly, before you guys even opened, then it started working perfectly, didn't it?
Like you said at the start of this, though, no system is perfect. It will have its days where it's kind of maybe flickering between left and right or something. But these are it's like any technology. You learn to troubleshoot it. You turn it off. You turn it on. You flip off the club track and you put it back on in the club track, and it has all these little nuances that allow you to kind of get by it. It's no big deal.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to. I know we kind of talked about doing today. We probably don't have time, but next time we come here, we'll do it live. We'll play golf on the Hawk for a couple hours, the two of us,
Absolutely.
righty and lefty.
We're going to do a little
treat.
little 5 club challenge or something. We were talking about doing, having a little fun and going, okay, what do you score if you have 5 clubs versus 14 clubs? Anyone who's ever done that, I think, is always shocked how good.
You almost end up shooting a better score.
Yeah.
Yeah, you play less stupid shots. I think that's part of it. You play more kind of controlled shots.
Definitely.
Absolutely. 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 Yeah. And what is my normal job? This is my normal job.
This is it.
It's normal, but maybe it's not normal. I don't know what normal means. To be honest with you, if it was normal, I wouldn't want it.
Yeah.
I think I learned that pretty early in life. That's probably why I didn't do well in school, because I looked at what a normal job was and went,
That's a great point.
not going to be there.
Do you know what? That's such a good. I knew that as well. I absolutely knew that.
Sure you did.
Oh, I just.
Sure you did.
I knew that a normal pathway that they were trying to funnel everyone into a pathway.
Yes.
And I was kind of trying to escape out the side of the funnel into doing something entirely different.
All entrepreneurs feel that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say all. A lot do. Through school, they feel like maybe some of it resonates with them, but ultimately, when you're presented with a certain structure and a certain, I guess, ceiling to your progression and how you move up and how you succeed, it's not appealing to everybody.
Definitely not. And it was interesting, the sort of early sort of identification of mentorship for me. So the only people who I could ever, or the only times I ever done well in school was when I identified that somebody could really help me with something.
Teacher?
Teacher.
Yeah.
So if I had a really close connection with a teacher, that year I would always excel. And my mum used to always say that to me when I she used to go to the parents' evenings and stuff like that, and she would know when I had a good relationship with the teacher, because my report would be fantastic, and I'd be doing really well, and she'd always know, I take it you don't like that teacher, your grades aren't good. And I was like, I just don't enjoy it. I get nothing from that teacher, therefore I just check out.
So true, and it's sometimes it is the teacher's fault, sometimes it isn't. I've had teachers that I know were good for students, but I couldn't, as you said, I just couldn't do well in their class.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's so true. I had teachers through school that I can tell you their names right now.
I know. So I could as well.
It's amazing, isn't it?
100%. I could do the exact same.
So interesting. Okay, I promise you, right now we're gonna take 3 extremely technical club-only questions.
Okay.
I know it's the Friday fireside though. We've been firesiding.
We have been firesiding. Great. Mitch was saying there, it's like Ian is chilling right now.
This is so comfortable.
Oh, it's great.
Relaxing. We have not tried out the Blast motion sensor.
We have one.
We should try that at some point.
I have one at home.
Is that the one that Brad Faxon endorses?
I think so. Yep. I think it is.
Yeah, oh, what's going on here? Apparently our pal Chris Vishal is teasing some stuff. Well, we would look at My Golf Spy's Instagram if they didn't block us. Maybe you guys can tell us what they posted. They have still blocked us, and I will publicly shame them for it.
What are they?
I don't know.
Yeah, I've never had an interaction with My Golf Spy, and I'm blocked on all their mediums personally.
They don't care for our attitude, clearly. There's our pal Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, hello. Contest winner that you are. David, you're not missing out on a ton of our content right now by being anti-social media. Now, to be fair, you're on YouTube, you're on social media. I hate to break it to you. But Instagram, to be fair, you are missing out on some. Here's what I think. YouTube's trying with the stories function. I'm going to be brutally honest, it isn't good.
On YouTube?
I am not taking my phone out, opening an app, and taking a YouTube story of these resin balls. I'm going to do it on Instagram. It's way better for the user and the creator right now. So I get it. Not everyone wants to get Instagram right now. Instagram is the main platform aside from YouTube. So yes, to some degree you are missing out, but it's hard to encourage someone. I don't want to encourage people to like have a million apps that they go into every day. I do think you should live your life, but we do post some fun stuff. We post photos and stuff on Instagram all the time. It allows us to communicate with you quickly, and it will only probably continue to develop, I would say, in the next little while over the winter.
El Bandito is saying that he doesn't like you, Ian. The My Golf Spy guys.
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't.
I've met the guy once in passing at the PGA show. That's been my interactions with Adam from My Golf Spy. We've had a couple of phone calls, clearing up some online issues.
The golf ball thing.
I mean, if people can decide that they don't like someone based on such limited interaction, I don't think that has much to do with me.
No, they're extremely defensive based on past experience, and that's their decision. It's
well,
not your fault.
they wanted to work with us when we first started the channel.
I definitely remember that.
And then when we launched Patreon, they were pissed at us.
Feeling it. That's right.
Which
we wanted to make a living. You can't make a living apparently.
Yeah. So
anyway, we don't personally really care, but it's worth mentioning. We are blocked on their Instagram.
Yeah, we've
Actually,
done
I'm
okay.
Too. My Instagram account is blocked too.
Yeah.
I can look at it from my other company one.
Still doesn't stop me from having the opinion that they do good work. They do
lots of good stuff.
They do lots of good stuff, and there's lots of great information in there.
Yeah.
A bunch of the people that they test. Chris Nichol does really good articles.
Mm-hmm. Tony has good stuff.
Tony's very smart, has lots of great insight and things like that. That's just a professional opinion. That's completely separate from anything kind of personal.
That's being fair.
Yeah,
absolutely. There's been lots of great information.
Lots of good info. So it's a good resource, guys. It's a really good resource.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. This is interesting. I know we will see this a lot. So Project X is even, and I'm going to generalize this, Glenn, hopefully you don't mind. The even flow line versus the smoke line, and now there's the RDX version of the smoke. How do people differentiate? The even flow is a softer kind of profile that goes more in stock shafts?
Yeah,
is that fair?
very much so.
Okay,
very much a smoother, softer, especially like the green, the green line.
The green is, I find that confusing because the green is the stiffest in the smoke series, but it's soft and even flow.
Yeah, it's true.
Project X, if you're listening.
It's true.
Yep. Get some it just doesn't make, if it's confusing to one person, it's confusing to a lot, I can promise.
It's why really we don't do a lot of hazardous, because it's very confusing for people.
There's a lot of models.
When people come in here and if they saw hazardous on the wall, I think they would be like, oh, I can get that, and I can get that in the driver and it's the same one, and well, if it's not the same one, it can't be that different, and it is. The reality is that it is.
It's very different.
When it comes down to people playing, what's best for them, and the PGA Tour players are a prime example for that. How many of them do you ever see defaulting to one of these mass-produced shafts?
It's almost never.
That many.
I mean, why would you do it?
You wouldn't.
Because, as I said, the money isn't an object for them, right? It's performance only. Performance only. Jesse's asking if you would consider opening a fitting studio in the U.S. Would you consider that? Would you consider it? Jesse, he has considered it. I can promise you he will.
I'm considering it.
Yeah, I promise you he's doing it as we speak, and
Yeah,
we'll see it.
we're working on it, Jesse. We are working on it.
It will be fantastic, won't it?
Yes. Yeah, it will be.
I cannot wait for that, honestly.
I know.
Cannot wait for like a little ribbon cutting ceremony.
Yeah.
Film some videos. We'll be down there, meet some people.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be great. Honestly, it feels. I know you don't want to say too much, obviously, because it's none of it's in. It feels like it's fairly like near future discussion. It really does.
I would say as long and this is a lot of it's pandemic
of course.
related. So say the timeline went that lockdown was lifted, quarantine was halved, which they're talking about right now, going from 14 to 7 days with quarantine.
It'll keep going down, I'm sure.
You would see a TXG US location by April.
Oh, that soon?
That soon.
Okay.
You would see it.
That's fantastic.
By then.
I was talking about even like fall. That's the thing. If there's circumstances that delay
it,
we still could maybe see it in 2021 later, which is
so
amazing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the good thing with this location is the infrastructure exists already.
Yes.
So with whether it's this store, whether it was the Toronto store, we had to build them basically.
Yes,
we had to find it, we had to completely renovate it, and do everything.
It's amazing what you had to do just to find a location in your own city.
Yeah.
Very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be news on that. I'm cautiously optimistic. There will be news. It's not Pennsylvania, though, John, I'm thinking.
John, coming to the hotbed of golf.
You're close enough. Pennsylvania's not that far from us.
We will be in Pennsylvania at some point. We'll be playing Oakmont.
Oh my God.
And probably June or July, you and I will be making the documented drive south to Oakmont.
Is there places you go on the way? Is New York State doable? I'm so stupid. I don't even know.
I mean, I can't think of many that's on that road.
Because we're going like through the. Yeah. I was thinking of like a separate trip is like Long Island, like all those.
Yeah, we have to do that one.
Some of the best courses based in the world.
Yeah, and potentially we could we could do a flight down or something like so. We'll fly into New York, head on out into Long Island, and do our kind of our trip out there.
Does anyone have a private jet? We can just make these flights a lot faster.
Come on,
have to go through all the security and stuff. Just get
free fits, free clubs for anyone with a PJ who's willing to take the boys.
I don't see why it's
free fits, free clubs.
We need
for life.
NetJets. We need a NetJet sponsorship.
We do need a NetJets.
I feel like it's not that. I mean, I'm definitely getting ahead of myself, but it's not impossible.
I know.
Is it impossible? NetJets?
Simon saying, forget US Open in Vietnam. I had a lovely little experience yesterday with a Vietnamese lady.
Did you?
And a hairdresser's. So I've had the same person cut my hair in Toronto for, other than Tracy during COVID, for 10 years.
As long as you've been here.
Yeah. And walked into a barber shop yesterday, never been there in my life. And there's one guy at the barber. This is terribly like stereotypical and that sort of thing.
It is what it is.
There's one guy,
yeah,
and he's the owner. He's chatting like the owner. He's kind of you can just tell.
You can tell.
And there's 3 Asian ladies cutting hair.
Really?
And they're just going about their business.
Yeah.
So you're thinking, okay, what's my 25%? What's the odds?
Yes.
I'm going to get
I want the one
guy.
who owns the shop. Yes.
Didn't happen. So I got a lovely little Vietnamese lady. I'm like, this could go sideways fast.
Yep. It's my life.
Honestly, she was like so skilled with the clippers. Like
fantastic. Done
a phenomenal job, and like I probably the first 10 minutes I've never been so nervous getting my.
And it's not even it's not even a gender, or it's not like it has nothing to do with that, because I will go to a barbershop for the first time and I will observe all the barbers, even if they're all men, even if they all look and dress the same, who cares?
Yeah.
I will know, you can tell who the owner is, and you're like, I want that guy. Mm-hmm. But women cutting men's hair is, to be honest with you, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
My barber's female also, she does a great job.
Yeah. Yeah, she was amazing.
They also rush less. They're a lot more gentle.
Yeah, I mean, and she, honestly, her
a lot of the time they're better at making conversation.
Her chat was fantastic. Like we were,
it's a skill.
We were kind of chatting about sort of, different experiences in Asia, and so I was telling her I'd been to China and other places that we were looking to go and things like that, and she was absolutely fantastic.
That's great. I mean, it doesn't look like she did too bad.
Oh, she never butchered it. She never butchered it. It was great.
Good for her.
Bandit saying, and you got a massage. I did not get a massage, Bandit.
Oh, man. I suppose we should kind of get to work, eh?
No, this is too comfy, just sitting
10 more minutes.
Chatting with our pals.
10 more minutes. Let's extend it.
Okay.
We can wait 10 minutes. Massage.
What gifts, Matty boy, should people be looking at for loved ones, for friends, Christmas sort of stocking fillers?
Yeah,
I was thinking of what the something that would be great to give someone would be like a subscription to Gareth's short game channel.
Fantastic gift.
It's something that could have
10% off it right now, too,
lasting. You heard it here first. Something that could have a real lasting benefit
I agree.
to a spouse. I mean, how often do you give someone something and they go, "Oh, that's nice," and then it gets put to the side, and then it has such occasional value.
So true.
That's something that really would have value for a long time.
Yep. Or get your wife to sign you up for the TXG YouTube, what's it called? Sponsorship, I almost called it. It is kind of a sponsorship.
Yeah.
There are sponsors, but membership? No, totally. I mean, I think either of those are fun digital-based gift if you don't know exactly what to get them. Mm-hmm. We obviously have tons of merchandise and stuff. It's tough. It's tough buying gifts for people. Like my family says it to me. They're like, you buy the golf stuff you want. You have your own connections. Mm-hmm. How are we supposed to buy you stuff for that?
I know.
And you know what I say? Don't.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'll get it myself and then get something different. But I think with golf gifts, try to find something that person wouldn't buy for themselves. Yeah. And that's why something like what you mentioned is a great gift. Because maybe they won't sign up themselves.
Yep. Brian is asking, can you speak to Miura versus Mizuno? Sure we can. I mean, different processes and sort of how they manufacture, but let me give you the main sort of difference. Miura will generally be heavier in head weights. It will be slightly different feel because of that head weight. It'll be more kind of sledgehammer feel when you strike it. Mizuno is a little bit more technical, excluding obviously the blade. But if you get into the MMC, if you get into the 921 Forge, those types of things with the chromoly, Forge chromoly sort of process now and that sort of thing. It is a more technical product. The head weights are quite a lot lighter than Miura's, so depending on the build, what shafts you use, what grips you use, all that sort of stuff, there'll be a benefit to one or the other in that, and that's the real kind of art of a fitter. You know, a lot of people go, which head do you prefer? Well, what shafts and what grips are we talking about? What length are we talking about?
True.
What's the delivery of the player? How do they change? Do they change plane? How do they change plane? Are they over or are they under? Like, how do you manipulate the sort of the angular momentum of the shaft? Do you tilt it up and take it away? Do you lay the shaft down and increase it? You know, all those things will change the way that we kind of view the club.
So true. There's a million things to consider, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
From our friend Yip Chip again, I think this is a great question, and I think it's an easy yes. So the ZX5 Strixon driver is the game improvement one, am I correct?
Yeah.
Asking if we can do that at 90 mile an hour clubhead speed and potentially use a ball that's a bit softer. So
I mean, we could, but also 70% of the adoption of that product has been on tour has been to the 5.
We need to do both, for
Definitely.
sure. Yeah, because it's absolutely true. It isn't just going to be a game improvement driver, clearly, because the tour players obviously are seeing something with it. Mm-hmm. It's kind of, I'm trying to think of what I would compare that to. I'm not sure we've seen any other company get that to actually occur. Now, it's easier for them because their staff is smaller, but when I think about Cobra, for example, it seemed like a bunch of their guys were going to play the Extreme, and I didn't see any of them end up doing it. Like, Ricky doesn't even play the new driver, and Bryson plays the standard one, and I know I'm forgetting other staff players, but that didn't really pan out. Sim Max didn't really pan out. They all ended up playing Sim, basically, with very few exceptions. And what else am I thinking of? I don't know. Are there any G410 pluses out on tour and stuff like that? I don't know. I don't think there's very many. It's mostly the tour models have gotten better with the game improvement adoption.
Aspect,
there's a few, but it's definitely not 70%. Like there's got to be something to that. That ZX5 specifically must be a different animal. Has to be.
Yeah.
Because the guys always gravitate towards the smaller head. They always do it.
Generally they do. Good question here, or a couple of good questions actually. The Matt, how has your game improved since you kind of joined
That's a great question.
TXG and that sort of stuff?
I had just joined Cedar Brae. So I had
That previous summer?
Yeah, or no. You know what I might have? So I was a member at a private club with Lindsay's uncle for a year, just north of us. Just did like a 1-year trial. So the first year, I would say, back into golf. So I had stopped, obviously, being a pro a couple of years before. I was running the business. And basically, once I was just working from home, I joined that club. And then I joined Cedar Brae the year after, just because we moved, and it was just really nice, needless to say. That's the first couple of years I had a handicap. And I actually think I was like a 5-point something. Because I, to be honest, wasn't playing great, and I hadn't been playing great for quite some time. So I was a 5-point something, and I'm plus 1.2 now to finish the year. So it's that amount. I can tell you, I can give you my somewhat anecdotal opinions, and I can tell you to look at what my swing used to look like. I can tell you to look at what my equipment used to look like. But the reality is, it's 6+ shots off my handicap since I started working with you and Larry and just being a part of this journey together. It's 6 shots, and it's probably the hardest 6 shots to get rid of.
I'm trying to think how I can sort of compare this in a higher handicap value. Like,
That's a great.
It's probably the equivalent, like 5 to +1 might be like 20 to 6 or 7.
That low.
That low.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
I was going to say 20 to 10, but
no, it'd be more, because like a 20
factor
handicapper would shoot in the season a few in the, maybe a few in the low 80s.
Yeah.
A 5 handicap is very rarely shooting under par.
Oh, I never did.
Never.
When I was at that level, no.
You're probably shooting a lot of 77s
and happy with them.
and it's 76 to 80.
That's a great score.
in that region.
Yeah, those would be good rounds.
So, I really think like something in the kind of 20 down to like it's massive.
It's a life altering. I can tell you, at times, people that played with me 10 years ago, I would lose so many balls off the tee, and I couldn't really shoot a good score. Whereas now, I can play a few rounds sometimes with the same ball, even though I've got the ball under control. So about as different as one could possibly expect. I've been very fortunate, that's for sure. Dave
Fogel saying they should replace Steph Curry with Matty Boy for the match next year.
Steph.
Of course they should.
I know. Give Steph another chance.
I know.
Although put a few drinks in me, I'd probably be okay mic'd up. Might have to bleep me a few times. A few people have mentioned John Rahm. Going to Callaway. Is that real?
Travis Matthews and Callaway. Travis Matthews in the clothing and Callaway.
That is the last person I would have expected. Travis Matthew for John Rahm. Really?
It to me.
Where can I see this on his official? Callaway?
So one of the I saw it on Instagram last night. It was Mikey. What was the Instagram account last night that leaked the John Rahm stuff to Travis Matthews and Callaway?
Yeah, I'm curious if you find it.
He was wearing that Travis Matthews hat, which is interesting.
Was he?
Yeah, Jordan shoes.
And that, so
wow.
I don't think it's confirmed yet. Yeah, Whisper Rock, I suppose, and
oh, okay. Oh yeah, good point. That's I never thought of that. The Phil Mickelson connection. Mikey, get over here. You got some stunning insights already. You barely come in the door.
He's just nosy.
He's just nosy. He's inquisitive, one might argue.
He is the Isa of TXG.
If we find it, we will.
Equipment junkie, that's who it was.
Oh.
My dad is equipment junkie. You were
Pardon
too
me.
slow, the viewers already got there.
Oh, Mikey. Oh, equipment junkie. Breaking report. Credible source. Jordan shoes, Travis Matthew hat. Oh yeah, this is him at like an event or something. Okay.
It has all the makings. My dad, poor Mikey, I know, poor Mikey.
Poor Mikey.
Story of his life, too slow.
Story of a lot of people's lives, mine too.
It has all the makings to me of the Justin Rose move away from
Really? You think so?
bad moves.
Interesting. The guy has played some unbelievable golf. His world
Unbelievable.
ranking.
He doesn't
points.
like to change.
No, I wonder
Right?
what's going on.
So think of like those 750s that he uses and things like that. He never
true.
changes out the shafts in his woods. He still plays that tour green in his driver and his 3 wood. Always plays the same ones.
Good point.
Wow,
That's
I
so
just don't love him getting to where he is in his career. World #1 earlier this year,
And then switch.
and obviously making such a change.
So I would say I hope for his sake, and he's great to watch. I hope it goes perfectly. But you're absolutely right. I mean, maybe the irons won't matter all that much. I think Callaway, especially through the tour department, all those dot irons and diamond irons diamond woods. But with the driver, a TaylorMade driver of any kind, sitting next to a Callaway driver, they sit very different.
Entirely
they feel
different.
completely different. They sound completely different.
Yeah.
It's a big adjustment period. So
Yeah.
hopefully he's been doing it behind the scenes. I wish him well.
Definitely.
Hopefully it goes well.
Lots of kind of thoughts on kind of obviously cash grab. A lot of people are saying, yeah, I mean,
He probably got paid a lot by TaylorMade too, though. I wouldn't say it's probably. I mean, Travis Matthews not got the deepest pockets.
I wouldn't see
No
that,
chance. No.
compared to Addy.
No, Adidas would have been paying him way more.
You would think. This guy golfs is saying TaylorMade never expected Tiger to stay on this long. I would imagine.
Fair.
The Tiger deal has been a big part of this whole thing. Like,
Can't imagine.
I think the initial deal, and this is hearsay, but I think the initial deal was kind of pay as you go, pay as you play.
Yep.
Because he didn't know how his back was going to hold up, so they obviously
didn't know
never.
if he was going to play.
So now he plays a reasonable schedule. He plays the big events and he gets his quota. Obviously, he's very visible. They use him a lot in the ads and stuff like that. That maybe they weren't sure if they could.
It's a good point. Their marketing plan probably has had to evolve.
Yeah.
And maybe it is a personal reason for John, or maybe it was a business decision. But we'll see.
My dad is saying Travis Matthews owned by Callaway. I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
I did not know that.
Yep. That makes a lot of sense.
There you go.
Is John Rahm friends with Sergio at all? Because Sergio went to Callaway too, didn't he?
He did, and then he went back, didn't he? He left.
Yeah, then he went kind of brand agnostic.
Yeah,
I
he was
don't,
playing
I'm
like
just purely,
back
someone
to
mentioned
TaylorMade Woods
like
and-
Ryder Cup and Spanish players and friends and stuff. But I think John's probably more incorporated with the American guys at this point
Yeah.
from college.
Taylor is an extremely kind person. He's asking how my neck is doing.
That's nice of him.
It's been better. Taylor actually started doing some work with a chiropractor about 5 doors up from here.
didn't realize it was that close.
Yeah, high octane.
Octane.
I'm going to do some rehabilitative work with them, and I've got another session actually this afternoon. So I had a session last week. So I think I'd said to you that I'd done that big session. Then I went for cryotherapy.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd done the cryo chamber. So done the therapy, trying to kind of really manipulate it. I was really sore after it. So done the cryo afterwards, which is an experience, man.
I need to experience that.
It's something else.
I need to work myself up to it. I need to develop the mental fortitude. I don't like to be cold. I'm cold right now, to be honest. And
Cold?
It's probably 70 Fahrenheit.
And sort of, if you don't like cold in sort of claustrophobic environments,
I don't like either.
which I can't think of anyone's really feeling great.
Most
unless
people are
you're
like, no, I'd love a freezing cold coffee.
Wim
Sign
Hof
me
or
up.
something like that.
The science of it is interesting enough to put myself through it. I've seen a few, I think they were LPGA Tour players. Somebody's partnered with a cryo place. Someone famous. I don't know.
Oh,
if
really?
I don't know if it's Lexi. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Lexi because she has a lot of fitness posts and stuff, but I could be wrong.
Alex is saying
let's get
CBD, Ian. Got my CBD dealer right here.
Actually, remind me. So text me tonight.
Okay.
I'm putting in a sizable order.
Okay.
I'll order you a bunch, like a bunch. Did you finish that peach one?
Yeah, took it. I took it, and I had it before I went to bed.
I'm gonna get you a bunch. If you get on a little daily regimen of it, your neck will be so much better.
Scott's funny. Yeah, Scott is saying cryo feels like you're going to die.
I bet it does. Hypothermia.
It actually has a little bit of that to it, especially the first time. I would say the first time, like, because you don't know what you're getting in for.
No, I think the next time you go, you'll feel very different.
Yeah.
Because you know the steps.
I know. Mikey was telling me he done it, and
did he?
He bailed out after and the first time he done it.
Oh,
Like
he
he's good doing it now, but
Yeah.
the first time he done it, he bailed after
Yeah, I
first
can't
minute.
do
He's like, yeah, I'm done.
That might happen to me too. It might.
I think it's probably a lot of people's first experience.
You just like
You're just like, okay, that's enough. That's as much.
you just
as
have
I
to
can-
get in what?
Yeah.
Just you need to try to
Yeah.
regulate your breathing or something to not panic.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's something else.
That's crazy. That's good. You're on the mend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good
It
to
was
hear.
good.
Okay. We do have to sign off. Gotta
We
get
do.
to work.
We gotta get to work. I know.
Getting so
Okay.
comfortable. This is
Too
great.
too good. Too
Fun as
good.
always.
Too easy. So three things to finish with.
Yes.
The video position, if that does interest you, if you know of anyone who is highly skilled and would be interested in that, what's the best email address to reach out to us at? What should we do?
Do info at TXG.
Info@TXG.
Marianne will refer you.
Resume, background,
Everything.
why you're the best candidate for the job, sell it, sell yourself. Tell us why, we're not looking, and then this is the nicest possible way, I don't mean this to slight anyone. We're not looking for people who haven't done this before
Correct.
and are just, it sounds like a cool job
No.
to kind of do this sort of thing. We're looking for someone who is our equal behind the camera and who can do a hell of a job
The technical
for
side
us.
of it has to be very simple.
Has to be very
It
good.
just can't be someone that I have to direct on everything. You
Yep.
have to be very sort of independent and obviously taking direction, but
Mm-hmm.
it's good initiative and such like that.
Yep.
That's one.
Number two, hoodies and t-shirts. Guys, we only have a certain quantity. These will be gone by
I'll tell you what's
the
happening.
weekend.
It's looking that way.
Yeah, they'll be gone by the weekend. So if you haven't purchased one of the hoodies, one of the t-shirts yet, you're going to have to get in on that pretty quickly.
I can tell you right now roughly what's going on.
Okay.
Oh, it's still been busy. So I want to say, oh wow, okay. So the first batch is basically, it's more than 2/3 gone.
Yeah.
More than 2/3 gone. It's trending towards 3/4 gone actually.
Okay.
So yes, if you have not ordered, especially the hoodie, there's a few more t-shirts, but the hoodie is nearing sellout zone. So get in there.
Sticky biscuits. The sizing on the hoodies doesn't run big or small. It's a standard fit.
Very standard.
It's a standard, clothing company. We talked about this earlier. It's not generous. It's not kind of what we'd consider like some of the US sizing on shirts where they're very kind of like too generous,
They're not
wide.
as wide, no.
But it's not by any means kind of athletic cut or whatever you want to kind of call it. It's a very standard size. The sizing is actually on their website, on the Levelwear website.
I was just going to say, so I'm going to put there, they do have very basic charts that are like chest measurements, but
Yeah.
I don't know about you, I've never measured my chest for a shirt, so they have a full like sizing guide.
You would wear medium.
Yeah.
I would wear small.
Okay.
So
That's a good reference.
that's what I wear in everything.
Yeah, and I wear medium and everything.
Yeah.
So we use that as a reference for sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
We are not doing pickup for the merch, guys. So the stores are all closed.
Everything will be sent to your door.
I know it seems stupid, and you may live 20 minutes away, but yeah, we can't have people coming in and out for obvious lockdown reasons, so please order, and otherwise you're going to be waiting months.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
not months, but you'll be waiting at least a few weeks. So.
Whisker wants his autograph by Mikey, so we can arrange that. He's got silver Sharpie lined up, so.
I think Mikey should. He looks
yeah.
like a guy who wants to autograph stuff today.
Matty, well, you're 5'11".
I'm 5'11", I'm 165 pounds.
I'm 5'9.5",
Okay,
155.
perfect.
So small, medium. So gauge off of that if that helps.
Agree. Levelwear.
Oh boy,
There's
Brian. I know. Ian saying sticky biscuits will take the cake is the funniest thing I've heard someone say in a serious
It's
convo.
not a serious combo. Definitely not serious.
No.
There's Brian. Brian, hope you're doing well.
What was it? The third thing, guys.
sorry.
Half of the people. This is a nugget given to me by my wingman here, Matt Bloys. Half of the people who are watching our videos are not subscribers.
That is true.
What is wrong with you?
Statistically true.
Why are you not a subscriber?
What is wrong with you? Yes,
What's
keep going.
wrong
I
with
like it.
Why are you not joining us on this journey? Why are you a casual in and out watcher? You're never going to get the full experience that you get. Now, I'm probably talking to 10% because the 90% that are joining us in the Q&As, I would imagine, are the hardcore.
Yes,
you guys are the hardcore. The other 10%, what's wrong with you?
Yes.
Go click that subscribe button right now.
Please.
Join us, get the notifications. You got to be part of the crew. You're not in the crew if you're not subscribing.
I agree.
You're on the outside.
We still like that you watch. Don't get us wrong. But do click it.
Yes.
Do click it.
Do
Remember
click
the
it.
words
Join us.
of the man here.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
No, it's true.
It's your Christmas present to us. It's your gift to us.
And don't forget, if we somehow get to 150,000 the next 26 days, then the leprechaun outfit is on the table still. Don't forget that. Tell your friends.
I think that's kind of been almost, I'm really disappointed actually in Whisker. I really thought that he was going to drive the campaign
Oh boy,
for
now you-
full
now you're gonna
leprechaun.
get him. He'll be out in his hometown with a sign later today.
Disappointed in him. I thought he was going to get a movement going.
I love it. Egg him on. Egg him on. Okay, we have to go.
Yeah, I'm going to have to, but I'm about to fall asleep, so
This is so
I'm
comfortable.
about to try and peel myself off the sofa here.
We got to go to work. Okay, let's do it. We'll see you guys Monday for a live, and we will see you that morning for video. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what I was going to say. I think
Yeah.
Strix on videos will be out super early Monday morning,
Okay.
like 7 a.m. Eastern, something stupid, and then you'll see us at 10 as
Love
usual.
it. Love it, love it, love
We
it.
will see you then.
Okay,
Thanks
take
for
care,
watching.
guys.